Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGB Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
Right. So press 2 if y'all can hear me in the comments. Got a mic check. 1 2 1 2. Press 2 if y'all can hear me in the comments. We're gonna get right to it, man. Salute to everybody who's tapping on in to this video. To the person in the comment section who says, Ticket, did you see Jay-Z's lawsuit against Busby? Yeah, I saw it. Didn't talk about it yet, but I will talk about it because now what's going to happen is, in that situation, if it gets through and goes to court, which I hope it does go to the discovery stage, Jay-Z's team will have a chance to undoubtedly prove that they have evidence Tony Busby forced this girl to file this lawsuit knowing that it wasn't true. And Tony Busby will now have an opportunity to present this woman's evidence to the world in contradiction to Jay-Z. And now, if this case goes through, we'll finally get to see who's telling the truth and who's lying. So that's the one thing about this case. And also, I have to look at the possibility. I don't know if Jay-Z has opened it up now since he sued Tony Busby and this girl. I don't know if he's opened it up for countersuit. If Tony Busby can prove, or this girl can prove their case. So we're going to see. We're going to talk about that in a different video. Don't worry, I got a different video going on. But the fact that Jay-Z filed the lawsuit now is going to open up the door to everything, to what we call discovery. Remember I told you the judge in the other case Jay-Z is suing Tony Busby told Jay-Z if he doesn't present evidence that Tony Busby sent him a demand letter basically of an extortion, because Jay-Z and his team basically, I believe, was accusing Tony Busby of demanding an exorbitant amount of money out of him and basically, you know, pushing to move this case forward to court without his knowledge of his client. I guess that's what they were trying to say, if I'm not mistaken. And so the judge is like, oh, well, if he did that, show the evidence. What evidence at? Because if not, I'm going to throw that extortion claim out. We still haven't heard nothing on the evidence from that. But now in this case, the fact that Jay-Z is suing Tony Busby and that girl, and I was going to talk about this in a different video, but I'll get to y'all part of this right now. Now, hopefully we get to the truth, because that's the only thing I care about. And if Tony Busby's lying, he got to go. Simple as that. But now, what has happened is that if this case goes through and gets to the discovery stage, Tony Busby will now be able to once again, because remember, this had went away because the case was dismissed with prejudice. But now that Jay-Z is suing them, Now, the girl, Tony Busby, are going to be able, if the case goes to discovery, to prove their innocence. And then, if they can do that, it may allow them to be back in the game and file a counter lawsuit. I have to look that up to be sure. But if Jay-Z proves his innocence and he proves that Tony Busby is a liar, this girl's a liar, and that all those things that Jay-Z has claimed in that lawsuit is true, I will come on here and I will tell Tony Busby exactly where he can go. But I think that you guys, as myself, should all wait to see if that lawsuit goes to the discovery stage. Because I hope that that lawsuit goes to the discovery stage so that evidence has to be shown on both sides. Because remember, we never got to the discovery stage in that girl's case against Jay-Z. It never got to the discovery stage. But now that Jay-Z's suing her and Tony Busby, now, if it gets to the discovery stage, now Tony Busby and that girl are going to be able to finally come forward to the public with their evidence because of the. And Jay-Z really had to do this. He had to file a suit against them to show everybody, look, I ain't do this in fight. But y'all still haven't answered the main question. Why did Jay-Z take away that motion for sanctions against Tony Busby? If Jay-Z really wanted to end Tony Busby and put him away, why did Jay-Z take away the motion that he pushed for sanctions against Tony Busby? Nobody answers that question. Why did he do that? That's the biggest way he could have punished Tony Busby. If Tony Busby was a scum lawyer and Tony Busby was wrong, there's no way on God's green earth Jay-Z should have taken away his motion to file for sanctions against Tony Busby. Think about that. Now, what Jay-Z will do is now he has, because really Jay-Z had to do this for his public image. He had to file a lawsuit against Tony Busby and that girl. If he didn't, everybody gonna be like, oh, why you let that go? You let the sanctions go and you ain't filed a lawsuit? But I'm willing to bet y'all Tony Busby and that girl are not gonna settle that lawsuit. I'm willing to bet y'all that Tony Busby and that girl told Jay-Z they ain't selling it. They're willing to prove it in court. And now when it goes to discovery, now they're going to be able to see what's going on. And we're all going to be able to see what the truth is and who really has evidence and who doesn't. People forgot Tony Busby got lawsuits against Jay-Z too. So, I mean, like I said, it's all how you feel, and we're going to wait till it goes to court. Now, let's get to this. And Busby didn't settle at this point because they're going to court. He didn't settle. But I know who did settle. I know Drake just got a settlement with, what you call it, when everybody was talking all that stuff, and I told y'all what was going to happen. Now, he still got to go through with the other company, but I hardly believe they settled with him. But let's get to this. So, Diddy is now, man, this dude Diddy, man, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all right now, man, this is some of the most savage stuff I've ever heard, bro. And now I think I'm going back and I'm thinking, because it was one of the guys from Jodeci that had been put in a lawsuit with Diddy as his co-defendant, but then he was later taken out of that lawsuit, right? And I was thinking, like, damn, he got his name removed from that lawsuit, right? So think about this, right? Think about this. Now, you got this situation where I told y'all I was coming back with that full paperwork. And it's out right here on your screen. And I'm going to read it to you today, right now. And when you guys hear these allegations, man, and allegedly what Diddy allegedly did to Jodeci, oh my Lord Jesus. But let's get into this video. So as you guys see on your screen, it says, and this is Kirk Burrowes, guy who I was telling y'all about, who came and laid it all out on the line against Sean Diddy Combs and his mother. Kirk Burrowes, and smash a like button. We should have well over 1,000 likes. Shouldn't even be a question. Kirk Burrowes. It says plaintiff Kirk Burrowes, by and through undersigned counsel, brings this complaint for damages against defendant Sean Combs and alleges as follows. Preliminary statement. Number one, this case arises from an egregious and deeply disturbing pattern of sexual abuse, coercion, violence, and intimidation inflicted upon plaintiff Kirk Burrowes by defendant Sean Combs, spanning more than a decade. Number two, Combs systematically weaponized his power, influence, and financial dominance to control, degrade, and violate the plaintiff, fostering a toxic environment of coercion, fear, psychological manipulation. Number three, the abuse began during the plaintiff's tenure as co-founder and executive of Bad Boy Entertainment, Inc., where Combs utilized his position to subject plaintiff to repeated sexual harassment, physical aggression, and forced compliance with degrading sexual acts. Number four, plaintiff was placed in numerous untenable situations, including being summoned into private settings under the guise of business meetings, only to be confronted with Combs' unwanted sexual advances, nudity, sexual overtones, voyeurism, and acts of exhibitionism. Number five, as plaintiffs sought to establish boundaries and regain autonomy, Combs escalated his campaign of control, resorting to physical violence, blackmail, career sabotage, and financial extortion. Number six, the most devastating result of this campaign was Combs' forced coercion of plaintiff to surrender his 25% ownership stake in Bad Boy Entertainment, Inc. under threat of violence. Factual background. 1992 through 1994, workplace sexual coercion and exhibitionism. Number 15, upon information and belief, defendant Combs used his position of power to assert dominance over employees and business associates through sexual coercion and exhibitionism. I know I messed that word up, but it is what it is. Number 16, Combs. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Bro, this man, and this is the sad part about it that y'all going to hear, and I'm just going to tell y'all now, they accusing Diddy. Let me say this again, y'all. And this is, y'all wonder why everybody being quiet. They're accusing Diddy of sexually assaulting other Bad Boy artists. Lord Jesus have mercy. Let me repeat myself again. Diddy is being accused as well of sexually assaulting other bad boy artists, bro. Let's keep going. I just want to tell y'all that. You know what I'm saying? It's some nasty allegations, bro. And here we go. Let's keep going. It says that number 16, Diddy Combs regularly forced the plaintiff into situations where he was made to witness Combs engaging in sexual acts with employees, interns, prospective artists, and third parties at the Bad Boy Entertainment office, reinforcing his control through humiliation and intimidation. You know how I know that Kirk Burrowes is on point? Because one of Diddy's artists at Bad Boy said Diddy did the same goddamn thing. And you think I'm lying? This is why I told y'all this. This is why I told y'all this. This shit deeper than the Carter, my nigga. It's deeper than the Carter, my nigga. Why do I say that? I say that because I say this. Mark Curry, who was signed to Bad Boy, told y'all that Diddy would summons artists to his room while he was butt naked. Now, you don't have to believe me. Believe him, and we'll finish and keep going. But I want y'all to hear this. Shout out to Art of Dialogue.
I'm sitting there butt ass naked. I told him to come on in, and they'd be like, "Come on in." I used to, we used to be on the road. You'd be like, "Yo, let me go over by Puff room, see what they doing." And you knock on Puff door, he'd be sitting there, damn near butt naked. You ever just had a grown ass man answer his hotel door butt naked, and they'd be like, "Come on in." You be like, "I'll come back." You ever close your eyes, you be like, "I guess you're not presentable," and then walk away. Because see, what happens is, if they be like, "Come on in," and then you come on in, they be like, "This man just came into my room. I'm sitting there butt ass naked. I told him to come on in, and he came on in." You be like, "So what's going on for the day?" Acting like you don't notice he there naked. You be like, "Bro, put some clothes on. What are you doing? Walk. I don't want to see you naked." Grown man stuff. Yo, that's kind of disrespectful. So when you get that's called the test off. How you make sure you breaking in. Yo, call the artist up here to the room, tell him I want to have a meeting by my tub. He be in there by the tub and stuff, soaking and stuff. Butt ass naked. You be like, how the hell am I supposed to have a meeting with a nigga butt naked in the tub? Nah, man, I'll come back, man. Let me know when you presentable. That and then freak off parties, man, listen. I'm not an angel. I ain't never did nothing morally incorrect, but I definitely not. The girls definitely have my share of pretty women and being famous. It just came with the life, but also what came with it was a lesson. Also, what came with it was, you know what, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and still expect to find somebody to truly love you. That right there, those kind of parties kept me from finding somebody who really cared about me. And it took me to leave those kind of parties, those kind of people, all that energy alone, just to even better understand me. That's what I did. That's where I've been. That's why I totally vanished from everything and said, I'm going to be a better man, a stronger man. And that's what I recommended that he do. I'd be like, bro, it's time for you to be a stronger, a bigger person. But he still wanted to remain minute. And that's what's happening to him today. Shit.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Him opening up the door naked, man. That's weird behavior.
Yeah. Anytime a man's naked around you and they feel comfortable with being naked around you, you know what I'm saying? You be like, something ain't right, man. You know what I mean? You know I knocked on the door. You knew it was another dude at the door. Like when I knocked, you know what I'm saying? Then you just go open the door, come on in. Walking with his butt out. I just closed the door. I'll see you later, bro. I guess y'all not ready for the day. So that's weird behavior.
So Mark Curry and other times basically confirmed some of these allegations right here from Woody. He said he saw, and he was a bad boy artist, and he said that he saw this. He said that it was called the artist test off, where Diddy would be in the tub, butt ass naked, and tell him, hey, send the artist up here, tell him we got a meeting. The artist walk in the room and see Diddy in the tub, butt ass naked. I'm just saying, bro. So let's go right back to this. Number 17, on multiple occasions, Diddy Combs summons the plaintiff through the company intercom system let me start again, my bad. Number 16, at the top of the screen for everybody who just came in. Combs regularly forced the plaintiff into situations where he was made to witness Combs engaging in sexual acts with employees, interns, prospective artists, and third parties at Bad Boy Entertainment office, reinforcing his control through humiliation and intimidation. Number 17, on multiple occasions, Combs summons the plaintiff through the company intercom system under false pretenses, only for the plaintiff to walk in on Combs receiving oral or engaging in other lewd acts. Number 18, upon information and belief, Combs orchestrated these encounters as a means of psychologically breaking down the plaintiff's resistance and establishing his submission. Number 19, Combs frequently made inappropriate and sexually suggestive remarks about the plaintiff's body, implying that compliance with his advances would secure career benefits. Number 20, the plaintiff was coerced in the stand in rooms while Combs, excuse me, sir, you said tickets sound like the police. I want to answer that question. Tickets sound like a dude who don't like to see other people getting violated. I don't like to see a man allegedly violating other men. I don't stand for that, dog. Maybe you do. Now, if you stand for that, you go have your own little freak party, bro. But me over here in my house, bro, I don't stand for that type of bullshit, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I don't accept a dude allegedly summons them other people to their room, sitting there allegedly butt ass naked, telling artists this is what you gotta come sit on this goddamn casting couch to get on. The hell is wrong with you people? I don't accept a dude allegedly licking a few. I ain't even gonna say it, man. I'm just gonna block you. I'm just gonna block. I know what type of world we live in the age that we live in, and the times that we live in. People accept that type of shit. I don't accept it. Period. I don't care who you is. I don't accept it. I don't accept no shit like that. Saying this man allegedly putting his finger up. Man, I ain't listen. I'm telling you right now, bro. We in a new age, bro. The era I come from, and we ain't accept no shit like this, bro. I'm just trying to tell you, bro. It was gonna be some goddamn bro. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going, bro. Let's keep going. Cause I tell you, I know for a fact these niggas is nasty. I already know they nasty. A lot of these niggas get nasty at night. And I ain't talking about with no girl either. I'm talking about these niggas getting real nasty. You understand what I'm saying? But let me finish what I was saying. Because y'all know I was thoroughly cooking these bums. So let's keep going. Right? Number 19. Combs frequently made inappropriate and sexually suggestive remarks about the plaintiff's body, implying that compliance with his advances would secure career benefits. Number 20. Plaintiff was coerced into staying in rooms while Combs engaged in sexual activities, with Combs insisting that such exposure was a part of the quote-unquote culture of the entertainment industry and a requirement for success. 21. As is the case with the bevy of lawsuits filed against Sean Combs in SDNY and NYS courts, requiring his staff to watch him engage in sexual activities and or to watch him take showers naked is a part of the defendant's disgusting and manipulative groom tactics. 95 and 96. Escalation to physical coercion and forced submission. 22. During a business trip in 1995, Combs arranged a meeting at his hotel suite, but upon the plaintiff's arrival, Combs was nude and demanded that the plaintiff watched as he choked his chicken. Number 23. In late 1995, at a Combs Midtown apartment, Combs physically restrained the plaintiff, preventing him from leaving by removing his keys, pinning him down on a bed, and stimulating intercourse until he busted. Number 24. Upon information and belief, Combs engaged in this behavior as a demonstration of power and to ensure that the plaintiff felt powerless to resist his advances. Number 25. In the office, Combs frequently grabbed the plaintiff inappropriately. His beefcake and his culo, and would corner him in confined spaces while making sexually explicit comments about what he expected from the plaintiff. Number 26. On one occasion, Combs asked the plaintiff to hire more homosexual male interns and employees because he believed they would worship him and succumb to Combs' sexual advances and work without ceasing. Let's keep going. Number 27. Oh yes, it gets deeper. Combs engineered situations in which plaintiff was placed in compromising positions with third parties, using those incidents to further manipulate and control him. Number 28. For example, Sean Combs requested that Kirk Burrowes give him, let me rephrase this for y'all. Y'all can read it, but I'm going to rephrase it. Sean Combs requested that plaintiff stroke his chicken, top him off, and use objects in his hole. 1996, financial extortion and forced stock transfer. 29. In 1996, Combs stormed into the plaintiff's office with a baseball bat, accompanied by an in-house counsel, Keith Mesleys, and issued an ultimatum. Sign over his 25% of the stake in Bad Boy Entertainment or face violent repercussions. Upon information and belief, Combs viewed the plaintiff's ownership in Bad Boy Entertainment, Inc. as a threat to his absolute control and sought to merge plaintiff's 25% with Combs' mother's 75% ownership and remove the plaintiff from the company entirely. Number 31, with no alternative and fearing physical retaliation, plaintiff signed away his ownership stake without receiving any financial compensation. Number 32, Combs then took active measures to erase the plaintiff's legacy at Bad Boy Entertainment, Inc., systematically removing his name from the company records and public acknowledgments. 2001 to present, post-termination, harassment, and blacklisting. Number 33, in 2001, plaintiff, having rebuilt his career, successfully managed Mary J. Blige and played a pivotal role in the success of her album, No More Drama. Number 34, enraged by the plaintiff's independence, Sean Diddy Combs used his industry influence to have the plaintiff abruptly fired. Number 35, upon information and belief, Combs took this action as retribution for the plaintiff's prior resistance to his abuse and to ensure the plaintiff remained professionally dependent on him. Number 36, by 2002, Combs was personally contacting industry executives, warning them against working with the plaintiff and labeling him as untrustworthy, effectively cutting off his career prospects. For example, Clive Davis, Arista; Roy Lott, Arista; Sylvia Rome, Sony; Leor Cohen, Warner Brothers, all individuals that the plaintiff had a working relationship with, all turned their backs on him and allowed Combs' blacklisting to prevail. Number 38, in 2006, multiple sources informed plaintiff that Combs had used his influence to ensure that no major record labels or management firms would hire him, forcing the plaintiff into economic instability. Let's keep going. Number 39. And y'all smash the like button. We should have over 2,000 likes. Easy. Easy. As recently as 2022, Sean Diddy Combs continued this pattern of interference, contacting prospective employers in the gaming industry and discouraging them from hiring the plaintiff, demonstrating his regulatory campaign remains ongoing. 2013 through 2014, confrontation and threats in Midtown Manhattan. Number 40, in or around 2013-2014, plaintiff, who was living in a welfare hotel in Midtown Manhattan, unexpectedly encountered defendant Sean Combs near his New York City residence. Number 41, plaintiff. The plaintiff is not Courtney Burgess's Captain Safety. The plaintiff is Diddy's, the former president of Bad Boy Entertainment, Kirk Burrowes. He was the president, and he ran all the day operations, and he had owned 25% of Bad Boy at one point, according to him. He said Diddy forced him to sign it over with a baseball bat. Number 41. Plaintiff attempting to get food from a nearby McDonald's, crossed paths with Diddy and his security entourage as they exited the vehicle near their private entrance. Number 42, upon seeing the plaintiff, Combs' security detail surrounded him, blocking his movement. Number 43, Paul Offord, aka Uncle Paulie, a known associate of Diddy Combs, explicitly threatened the plaintiff, stating that when Mr. Combs was tired of seeing the plaintiff alive, Offord's face would be the last face that the plaintiff would see. Number 44, thinking this was hilarious, Diddy Combs proceeded to touch the plaintiff without the plaintiff's consent. He pulled the plaintiff close to his body as to stimulate, giving the plaintiff a bear hug. In doing so, he aggressively grabbed the plaintiff's cakes and violently shoved them off. Number 45, upon information and belief, Diddy Combs orchestrated this encounter as an intimidation tactic to reinforce his continued dominance and control over plaintiff's ability to exist within the music industry and public sphere. 2019, physical assault, sexual groping. In 2019, the plaintiff had misfortune of encountering Diddy Combs and his mother, Janice, at a birthday celebration for singer Diana Ross. And he put that picture in the lawsuit right there, where it says Diana Ross and Friends, Tuesday, March the 26th, 2019, 10 p.m. Let's keep going. He also put another picture. This picture is a picture of Diddy and his mother. But let's go to number 47 at that event. Number 47, the plaintiff was invited to the party by a friend who is a mid-level executive at Universal Music Group, UMG. Sean Combs and Janice Smalls, or Janice Combs, in the balcony of Diana Ross's birthday celebration after the plaintiff was assaulted, and he dropped a photo of them in that balcony, and he alleges that photo that was taken after he was assaulted at that event. He kept that photo from that event. Number 48, upon seeing the plaintiff, Diddy Combs aggressively grabbed him, forcefully restraining him in the same fake bear hug that he had did years prior. Number 49, as was the case in the 1990s and the early 2000s, Diddy Combs seized the opportunity to degrade the plaintiff by grabbing him close, slapping him on his cakes, and daring the plaintiff to do something about it. Number 50, Combs then proceeded to grope the plaintiff in an overt attempt to assert his dominance over him, humiliating the plaintiff in the presence of others. Number 51, upon information and belief, Combs engaged in this behavior as a continuation of his long-standing pattern of control and intimidation, using physical and sexual aggression to remind plaintiff of his power. They're not going to tell y'all that a black man is alleging that Diddy did this to him. A black man. But they don't care about that black man because that nigga ain't nobody to these people. I'm telling y'all this. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up is the part that you all are hearing this video for. So please smash the like, share, and subscribe to this channel, because this right here is the main event. Number 52, Combs committed multiple crimes of violence motivated by gender, including sexual assault, forcible touching, and coercion. Number 53, Combs subjected the plaintiff to sexual violence due to his gender, using intimidation and threats to establish dominance. Number 54, as a direct and proximate result, the plaintiff suffered physical, psychological, and financial harm. Sean Combs' history and propensity for violence. Number 55, Diddy Combs has a documented history of using violence, threats, and coercion to dominate those around him, particularly in professional and personal relationships. Number 56, in or about 1996, Sean Combs had a strong disagreement with his friend Miguel. Miguel was found dead in his office in 1996. And there's a picture right there that he dropped. And Miguel is the man in the white coat, you guys, on the far right-hand side. Number 57. At the time, Miguel was a rising star in the fashion industry and was fielding opportunities from many celebrities in major fashion houses at the time. Number 58. 3 years prior to Miguel's disappearance, upon information and belief, Sean Diddy Combs orchestrated an assault against members of the R&B group Jodeci, The Beef I Cook. Number 59, Diddy Combs hates rejection. After the success of Jodeci's first album, which Combs remixed Come Talk to Me and Forever My Lady, the group decided that they did not want Combs to be their artist and development representative for their second album. Number 60, shortly after the release of the first single, Cry to You, from their second album, the members of Jodeci found themselves tied up and abused in their New Jersey homes. Number 61, upon information and belief, Combs sent enforcers to brutalize Jodeci due to their rejection. Number 62, shortly thereafter, Jodeci sought refuge with Suge Knight to organize their business and rescue them from Upton Records, Bad Boy Entertainment, and Diddy Combs. Number 63, Suge Knight traveled to New York, walked into Andre Harrell's office, and compelled him to release Jodeci. And while running for his life, Andre Harrell complied. Lord, have mercy. How many people are going to continue to defend Sean P. Diddy Combs? How many people? Did you hear what the artist Mark Curry said about if something happens to him for telling his story to the Art of Dialogue? Listen.
You and Diddy, right? What was the issue between both of y'all that made y'all fall off?
We fell out because I call it a breach of contract, the same way he said the liquor company breached the contract with him. I fell out with him because he didn't put my product on the shelf the way that he feels like or felt like they should have put his product on the shelf. I felt like he didn't give me the opportunity that he feels like the liquor company didn't give him the opportunity. We fell out for the same reasons why he's complaining right now. He's complaining about the same things I've been telling him about him a long time ago. But it only matters when they did it to him. It didn't matter when he was doing it to everybody else. So I kind of knew at that time that, you know, what was stopping me from becoming successful as an artist was because of him. And then I thought about, you know, everything that I was working hard for, all of the people who I was living for, dreams I was trying to make come true. And then what you really did was just, you kind of just messed it up for all of that for me. So I grew upset with that. And then he didn't have no compassion, no heart, like, hey, you know what? I'm sorry that things didn't work out with you with this music career. But what I can do is secure you with this much, right? You can go try to get your life back on track. You know, maybe go buy a few houses. You like to do some carpentry, rehab, things like that. He never did nothing like that. It was just like, fuck you. Like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So when he said, fuck you, I was like, fuck you. So I'm going to write a book. And then I wrote this book. I wrote this book in 2009. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to attach something to you that's always going to make me money no matter what. So I wrote this book and I attached it to him. And that was my way of saying that I'm going to get my money from you one way or another. I'm going to make it. And that's when I did this. I already knew. And when I did this, I already knew it was over. I tried to tell him, I said, look, I'm going to write a tell-all book. I'm doing my story about my life. I guess he thought it wasn't nothing. And then, you know, and I did it. Everybody, a lot of people tried to say that they was going to write a story about a tell-all story. And a lot of people didn't get the opportunity to make their tell-all story. It seemed like everybody who was going to make a tell-all story, something happened to them. I mean, and I say something for, you know, make things clear. Me is the walk that I live. The only person on the face of this planet that I ever could have that kind of altercation with, to where if something ever was to happen to me, man, look at him. It ain't nothing great happen to me by accident. I'm not going to go trip and bump my nose on a wall. I'm not gonna have no pneumonia or nothing like that. You understand? And if anything you ever see anything happen like that with me, you already know. But it won't always happen.
Kirk Burrowes.
Biggie. When Biggie was in LA, was he getting death threats?
We were getting threats all along, all around. The threats was continuous. The threats was before we left to go to LA. Threats that was as loose as fans that just were fans of Tupac that thought the way that they thought. Threats that were fans of the West Coast in general. People that didn't like us on the East because we thought we were too much of ourselves or for ourselves. Enemies that we made along the way that definitely wanted to see us fall, and a lot. It was a noise-filled environment with that negativity coming at us. When you are looking at success and you have a lot of success coming your way, hence the song, More Money, More Problems. It was that time period. The songs were true to what was going on.
Did you have any conversations with Diddy telling him that it wasn't a good idea to go to LA?
Plenty of times. The relationship was, I was almost like an older big bro as the years went on. The ego, his success was matched by the ego. His ego was matched by the sales of his success. So he started listening less and less. I still had my powerful position. I was still easy to be fired, but he still looked on to me to be the one to do the job. I was loyal. I was trustworthy. I was there in his worst of times. On 2 or 3 different occasions, he was down and out and had to be pulled back, blown up, resuscitated, and put back in the race again. And that's Kirk Burrowes. People look at Andre Harrell and say, Andre and Diddy, that's the Hollywood story. Yes, Andre and Diddy. Andre discovered him as an intern. Andre gave him his opportunity. Those records are there at Uptown. We were fired from Uptown. You couldn't live off of that legacy that he made at Uptown. The legacy of money and wealth came from the legacy that he and I created at Bad Boy the moment we left Uptown. And I was there right by his side through those ups and downs too. And we created, through the mischief that he would cause with these decisions that didn't make sense to me or other people who might try to rein him in, you had to go along with the fact that some of the other decisions that he made on the creative side brought that money in. And in his world, I'm never wrong. Our world, we have to be cautious and take the best of these ideas, slow up the crazy stuff. And that was a lot of my job to do. And it was hard to keep him from slowing up on those things as the success kept building up, as nothing would happen. See, I told you. And then we were on to the next thing. And of course, something eventually happened.
From your point of view, you being the president of Bad Boy at that time, do you think Biggie was happy on Bad Boy? Do you think he was planning on leaving?
I feel that he was happy about his career. He was happy about the blow up. He was always on the line. He never let us feel comfortable like, oh, y'all did me right. Oh, I'm loving you guys right now. He would never give it up like that. He would always have us under pressure to keep doing it bigger and better. I honestly, when I look back on it, if he trusted Sean more, it would have been better. But he didn't trust him as much as the way Sean says they were best friends after he was dead. Nah, I didn't see that during the time we were working with him. I see that as an emotional cry out after he's gone. I saw him as wanting his music and everything to be right, have the number ones, and we delivered that. I think there might have been a little bit of a hole or a gap when it came time to people being friends. I think Sean wanted friendship too. He might have wanted the best friend thing. Biggie came with his friends and came with everything and was about to open up to the world with all kinds of new friends and new people. This tragic incident happened, and now he did belong to the world, but not even to us anymore. It was like he was gone, we had the music, and now we were left with his legacy. He was happy about blowing up. I can tell you he was happy about his success. He was happy about the stature that he had. I don't know if he was very happy about staying with us forever. I knew in my mind we were the best thing for him, despite whatever personality conflicts we might have had.
Kirk Burrowes on Art of Dialogue speaking on.
Who ideal was it, man, for Biggie to go to LA so soon, knowing that Tupac got killed 6 months earlier?
The award show season was up. We had to go out there to participate in that. We had records that were nominated. We were a budding, launching company that already launched, and we were successful. We could not go. But Biggie did have an inconvenience. He had a car accident. I think it was in Brooklyn, maybe downtown Brooklyn. He had a broken femur at that time, and he was recovering from that. Big-sized person, could not really sit comfortably in a plane, not even first class, with a cast on. It was uncomfortable. He was talked into going to the LA portion of the trip so that he could be out there ahead of time. He was out in LA so there wouldn't be a big rush and bustle to get him there. So I think he was out there for a good week and a half ahead of time leading into the event. So being out there, we came to follow up and to have that night. And then he was supposed to, as per Arista marketing department, Arista, one of the best labels and distribution companies that you can have to back you, the legendary Clive Davis, who's backed so many artists, believed in Bad Boy so much. He put together a marketing campaign that was never seen before that campaign. It still wasn't seen, but it was put together so that Biggie could receive an international press junket in London with all press from around the world meeting him that Saturday, Sunday, after the Friday awards show night. He was supposed to go on an international flight with me. We have the itinerary still to this day. He was supposed to leave that early morning, go to London, and we would be out there for 2 or 3 days, and then he would go back to New York and go home. Diddy called Sean P. Diddy, whatever his name was during that time, called late Friday night, early Saturday morning, saying he's not going to London. Call Arista, cancel it. You go. You represent it. You go. He's not going. He wants to stay here in LA. Now, I know for a fact that he was prepared to go, would have loved not to go if his label owner had only said, you don't have to go big. So we had a schedule to be in London, to leave early Saturday morning, take 2 flights or whatever, get over to Europe.
So, this is what's going on, you guys. This is the situation. Salute to everybody that's tapping on in. Love, honor, and respect. Y'all know what it is. I'm gone.
All right, you guys, so we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A-Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do to stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.